We work so you can play. Mark II. Oh yeah.
So they're just a little bit healthier now. And now the starting of my turn. If she had any Fury left, she would just discard it, but she doesn't. What she does though is she tries to leech Fury from every creature around her up to her Fury stat, which is 5. And I've planned this well. I have exactly 5 on the table, so I don't have to worry about. So we're going to activate Lilith first, and I'm going to use her feat, which is called Field of Slaughter. And what that does is every single creature around her, well, every model around her, not just creatures, gets an additional attack, gets 1 additional die on attacks this turn. Now you can only use your feat once per game, so I'm just kind of betting that I'm going to do some good damage this turn. If I don't, it doesn't really pay off. Next thing I'm going to do is, he's kind of busy, stuck with this guy in combat, the Carnivian, the Berserker. So she's going to actually try and sneak by and try and get a shot off on Matt's caster. Okay, so I'm going to move Lilith up 7 inches, kind of at a bit of an angle here. And you can break her movement up, so you don't have to move her just in a straight line. You can move to about there. And I'm going to, I'm definitely too far away for her to fire. She has a range, actually she has a range of 12 inches, so I'm going to try and fire on the commander. I might be too far away.
Oh no.
Oh, we're within 12 inches here. Just barely. So, we're going to start shooting. So, she's getting an automatic extra die because of the Field of Slaughter. So I'm going to roll 3 dice. She has a ranged attack of 7. And the commander has a defense of 16, so I need to roll 9 or better. And that's definitely better. So the first one hits, and I'm going to spend 1 Fury to boost this attack. So I'm going to get 3 dice again. Okay, her bow has a power of 12, and I'm rolling 3 dice against your armor of 14. So I have to roll 3 or better to do some damage here. Okay, so we're just going to go. This is going to basically just be discarded, because that's what's going to make my power match her armor. So she's going to take 6 damage.
She has 17 in total, so that brings her down to 11 hit points. Unlike the Warjacks, you don't roll damage location for individual units or warcasters. One thing that we should note is she did have 1 focus left, so her defense was actually 17 rather than 16. Mike's unit was able to roll much higher than that anyway.
I'm now going to spend 1 more Fury to make a second attack. Her bow has a rate of fire of 2, so I can actually fire it twice in the same turn. But it does cost Fury to make that second shot. So I'm going to roll our 3 dice again. And we get a 14 total, plus my rat of 7. So we're at 21, which definitely beats your defense. Okay, I'm not going to boost this attack, so I'm rolling just 2 dice for damage. And I get double 1s, which is just exactly her armor, so there's no damage done. The Rake has a special ability called Bounding Leap, where after he's moved, he can jump forward 5 inches. So we're actually going to try and get him right up against the commander. First, he's going to move 7 inches, which is also going to run him right by this guy.
Now, the Man of War Shock Trooper happens to have a nice long axe, which has a special rule of reach. And if you move out of somebody's attack range, you get a free strike. So as this Light War Beast is going to charge over here, this Man of War Shock Trooper is going to get a free swipe at him. So he's going to attack him just with a basic attack. His melee attack is 8, and he gets to add 2d6. So that makes it 19, which beats the Light War Beast defense. And so now he's going to do, we're going to roll for damage, and it's a power of 14, and its armor is 14, so whatever I roll is going to be the amount of damage it takes. So it takes 10 damage, and that goes on to number 3, which is body. The Light War Beast has actually been completely destroyed in body and in spirit. He only has 1 hit point left on his mind. It sounds kind of funny, but that's actually the way that it works. So he's going to get some negative modifiers in what he's going to be able to do.
But now Lilith has 3 points of Fury left, so I can actually spend 2 of those to heal 1 point of his body and 1 point of his spirit, so he can still be forced to take actions. So I'm going to spend 2 of those and give him a little bit of his body and a little bit of his spirit back.
So now his body, mind, and spirit are not destroyed, so he's going to be able to do all of his actions at full strength.
I'm going to force him to use Bounding Leap, which will cost 1 Fury, and allows him to move up to 5 inches. Just going to put him right in front of the commander. And he gets to bite with his head, and we still have the extra die from the Field of Slaughter. So this has a power plus strength of 11. So he has a melee attack of 6. So I'm rolling 3 dice on that, and I need to beat 16. So I need to roll a 10. So we're going to give him 1 more Fury, make him a little bit angrier, to make sure that we boost this. So there's our 4th dice. And that's definitely a hit. I'm also going to give him one more Fury to boost the damage on this attack. This has a power plus strength of 11. This is biting with his head. So 11, 21, 24.
And her armor is 14, so that does 10 damage. And she's already taken 6, which brings her up to 16 damage in total. So she has 1 hit point remaining.
Now, the Rake has another attack called Tail Strike, and he can do that for free now. It's automatic hit because he bit on with his jaw. So he doesn't even have to roll to hit, he just has to roll for damage. So this one has a power plus strength of 12. I can't force him anymore because he's at his maximum Fury. So I can only roll 2 dice on this, and I'm adding 12, which is 22.
So that deals 8 damage and kills my Warcaster. Alright, now because my Warcaster is dead, I automatically lose this game, as any Warjacks I have would power down, and it's just the victory conditions are normally until somebody kills a Warcaster. So that concludes our demo of a Warmachine vs. Hordes army using the new Mark II rules for Warmachine, and still the old rules for Hordes, although they will be updated soon. And as you can see, the game is fast-paced. There's a lot of action that happens, and even though he made the mistake of coming out and I was able to charge him, he was lucky and the dice failed, and he was able just to rip apart my Warcaster because I left an opening for him. So that's what you have to do. You have to be aggressive. If he just sat back and waited for me, he wouldn't have been able to exploit that opening that I had left him. And so I would be able to do whatever I wanted to him whenever I wanted to do it. And so that really capitalized on it, and it was able to take out my Warcaster and finish the game. Warmachine is a lot of fun. You can get the Mark II Rulebook on store.miniwargaming.com in either the hardcover or softcover format. Again, this is Matthew and Mike from MiniWargaming.com. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick demo of Warmachine and Hordes, and hopefully you're going to be able to get into it and have a lot of fun building your own army of War Beasts and Warjacks and units and Warcasters and Warlocks, and start to battle against other people around you.